Welcome to the deep dive. Ever wonder what really makes the difference? Between teams just playing with AI and those actually changing how they work. Our mission today, to help move you, maybe your whole team, from just being AI curious to genuinely AI capable. Because look, this isn't just about learning some new software. It's more like a fundamental rewiring.
It really is. And it's kind of wild how fast AI is shifting from just a tech thing to, well, a core part of leadership, how businesses are structured, even society. Getting your team fluent in AI, it's not just adopting a tool, it's building like this foundational muscle so your organization can actually compete and thrive. In this AI augmented world we're stepping into, without that systematic approach, you're definitely leaving something on the table, a real competitive edge.
Okay, so if that's the big picture, the immediate question that pops up for me is who needs to learn what? Inside an organization, I mean. And why the big rush? Why now?
Exactly. And that's where something like the Gartner Framework for AI Education Strategy really helps. It highlights a critical point.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much everyone needs some AI literacy. But, and this is key, a single one-size-fits-all training, that just doesn't work. The learning paths, they need to be as varied as the roles themselves.
That makes total sense. So break that down for us. Who are these key players and how do their AI knowledge needs really differ?
Yeah, let's do that. So for your general employees, right, it's about the basics. AI foundations. What is it? How does it kind of work? And how might it, subtly improve their day-to-day stuff? Then you've got your subject matter experts. They need, let's say, a moderate grasp of AI's value specifically in their field, plus that foundational knowledge to actually apply it to what they do best. Move up to executives. Okay, here you need strong understanding of AI's value proposition, sure, but also governance. Big strategic decisions, setting ethical boundaries, that's their court. AI leads, they need deep knowledge pretty much across the board, guiding strategy, implementation, everything. And finally, your AI experts. These are the folks needing maximum technical depth. Think engineering, building the actual solutions. So see, each role demands a really tailored learning journey.
Tailored journeys. Got it. That makes the how clear. But the why, the urgency you mentioned, that really hits home when you see the productivity numbers, doesn't it? What are studies from places like Stanford or the World Bank actually telling us about AI's impact there?
Oh, the data is frankly staggering. Take a standard writing task. A human might take, say, 80 minutes. With AI helping out, that can drop to just 25 minutes. It's a huge difference.
Wow, 80 down to 25.
And critical thinking tasks, maybe 102 minutes normally, with AI. Down to 27. Even time management sees big jumps, like 77 minutes down to 29. It's almost like, well, finding a cheat code for your workday if you know how to use it.
If you know how, that's the catch.
Exactly. That's the crucial insight here. These amazing gains, they don't just happen automatically when you buy the software. They only really kick in when people understand how to partner effectively with AI. Without that education piece, these powerful AI tools, they risk becoming just, well, expensive digital paperweights. And importantly, this isn't about AI replacing people. It's truly about amplifying human capability.
Amplifying human capability. I really like that framing. It shifts the narrative, doesn't it? Away from fear towards empowerment. So keeping that amplification idea in mind, what specific skills are becoming absolutely fundamental now? You mentioned the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, they've looked at this, and what really jumps out is prompt engineering. It's right there at the top. It's basically the skill of talking to AI effectively, crafting good instructions.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's becoming as fundamental as knowing how to send an email was back in the 90s.
As fundamental as email. Okay, that's a powerful comparison.
It really is. And beyond that, you start looking at things like AI workflow automation, building AI agents, retrieval augmented generation, or RG. That last one, RG, is where the AI pulls in specific current info before it answers. Makes its responses much more reliable and, grounded in facts. The overall strategy, though, is progressive skill building. Start with those fundamentals, like prompt engineering, then layer on the more advanced applications.
Okay, that makes sense for individuals building skills, but how does a whole organization do this? How do you systematically build this AI capability across the entire company? Is it like a roadmap?
There is, actually. A good model comes from Priority AI. They call it the 7 stages of organizational AI journey. It starts really simply. Stage 1, learning your first tool. Maybe it's ChatGPT, maybe something else. The point is building basic literacy and, just as importantly, reducing that initial anxiety people feel.
Reducing anxiety, right. That's a big hurdle.
Huge. Then you move through stages like basic prompting, tool discovery, prompting with purpose. By stage 5, you're dipping into intro to automation. And it keeps building all the way up to stage 7, powerful AI agents. These are sophisticated systems that can manage complex processes, often end to end. The key is seeing it as a progression. Each stage builds the foundation for the next one. So your education strategy should really map onto that journey.
That brings up a really important point, I think, for any organization planning ahead. How do these specific AI skills fit into the bigger picture of professional development? It can't just be about the tech skills, right?
Absolutely not. And that's where ideas like strategic skills mapping for 2030 come in. The core idea is that AI training has to be embedded within your broader L&D strategy. Why? Because as AI takes over more routine tasks, what becomes even more valuable are the uniquely human skills. Things like creative thinking, deep critical analysis, strong interpersonal skills, leadership. Those become the real differentiators. AI training should free up capacity to strengthen those.
Okay, so pulling this all together, AI education isn't just a checklist of tools. It's about building a framework for literacy across the organization. It's about unlocking potentially massive productivity gains, mastering key new skills like prompt engineering being the new email, and following a clear path or journey.
Precisely. And the final point I'd stress is that AI education is fundamentally a continuous competitive advantage. It's not a one-and-done training program. It demands ongoing investment, constant attention, and a real focus on developing those human capabilities that create unique value in this, well, this increasingly AI-augmented world.
So, a final thought for you, our listener, to maybe take back to your team or just mull over yourself. How will you or your organization leverage AI education? Not just to kind of adapt and keep up, but to genuinely thrive and innovate in this future that's unfolding.